One of the productivity tools that I would often use, especially when I'm developing, is GitHub. GitHub basically is a repository wherein I store all of my files online so that just in case my computer crashes, God forbid, I could still be able to retrieve them and be able to get back to my work without any hassle. Uh, I have actually installed it in Linux, but I haven't shown you guys how was I able to do it. So right now, I'm going to show you guys how to install desktop or GitHub um, in Kubuntu, which is also the same as what you would do if you're going to install it on Ubuntu or any other Ubuntu-based Linux distribution. Okay, so let me just try to first go to our console. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to check if what version of GitHub do we have currently installed. So we have here git version. Okay, so as you've noticed, command git not found, but it can be installed with sudo apt-get install git. So let's first try to install our git. Sudo apt. Okay, so it's around 38.7 MB. Okay. Let me also try to open my web browser. I'm also going to post later where you can actually find, or I'm going to post it on my description box where you can actually find ways to install uh, GitHub uh, for GitHub desktop. Okay, so that at least it won't be hard for you anymore to follow the instructions that I am also currently doing. So let me just try to open again my browser. Okay, so we already have our. So it's currently progress 94. Then let's also try to check later the version of Git that has been installed. Okay, so that at least we can identify if Git has been successfully installed on our machine. Okay. Firefox for some reason is not firing up. Okay, let me just try to open again Firefox. Okay, here it is. Okay, so we have already successfully let's try to here git dash dash version to get the version of our Git. Okay, so currently we have the version 2.25.1 installed onto our virtual machine. Now, let me just try to update first. Okay, so we have, okay, we don't need to update. I just update it later. Now, next thing that we need to do is try to look for it in Google. Close Firefox. Actually, it's found somewhere in GitHub. So I'm just going to show you also uh, where you can get the steps. Okay. Okay, so just type here install okay, let's try to do Google search this time. Okay, I'm just basically using the keywords install GitHub desktop in Ubuntu. Since this is Kubuntu, which is still Ubuntu based, the steps would still be very much the same. So there's no difference between the steps if you're going to install it in Ubuntu, Subuntu, Ubuntu Budgie. It would all still be the same. Okay, so we have here to install GitHub desktop for Ubuntu. We will still be using the terminal, by the way. So let's just try to keep this console open. Okay. So I arrange. Okay, what we need to do is we just basically need to copy this part. Paste. Now this is actually one of the good things about having the internet, because basically what we just need to do is we just need to copy everything. So we have already successfully downloaded GitHub. Okay, let's try to look for it. ls. Okay, so you can find it here already. So it's already downloaded. Next thing that we need to do is okay, I'm going to paste it again here. Paste. Now, one of the things that you've noticed is that gdebi command not found. Okay, so we need to install gdebi. Okay, so we have here sudo apt install gdebi. Okay, so it's going to take us a while. So around 217 MB. It's going to take around 2 minutes. I'm also going to show you guys later where you can download everything, just in case you need to go over the steps. Okay. So basically what we are going to do is I'm also going to show you how to log into your GitHub account, and try to look for it on basically the repository will also be shown on both your desktop version and your online version. So we'll do that also later once everything is readily installed. So if you haven't used GitHub, I would suggest you try to use GitHub, but of course there's also other applications that are the same with GitHub. But in my case, I use GitHub because it's the easiest one for me to use. If you're a Microsoft user, you can use Team Foundation Server or TFS. Bitbucket is also a good alternative for GitHub. There's also other services out there. Another one, of course, is your Google Drive, or Google Drive. But the thing about Google Drive is that there's no version control. Unlike if we're going to use Bitbucket, or I actually haven't tried Bitbucket yet, but I have been using before Team Foundation Server or TFS, and there's a version control as well as in, of course, in GitHub. I'm also going to show you the link at the bottom or on the description box where you can or how you can install it in your Windows machine. So this tutorial will actually be both in Kubuntu and which is currently what we're doing, and another one is in Windows or Windows 10. So it's only around 4 more minutes left. Let's just try to wait for it. So while waiting for the installation to be finished, let's try to log into our GitHub account. Okay, so I have here github.com. Okay, so we have successfully logged into our GitHub page, and we have or we can already see all of the repositories that we have or that I have previously created. So these are actually live repositories. These are some of the projects that I'm currently handling. Okay, so also for the progress, it's already 99%. So let's just try to wait. It won't take that long anymore. Okay, so installation is finally done. Let's try to look for it on our application launcher. So try to search for it GitHub. Okay, it's not yet there. Game view. Okay, so basically we just installed GDBI. Okay, so we still need to install GitHub desktop. That's why we can GitHub desktop is not yet installed. So I'm going to paste here, then press enter. This will be a lot faster since we already have downloaded GitHub for desktop. So we no longer need to fetch the information or the installation online because it's already okay, so we're still fetching, still updating. Okay, but it won't take that long. Now that we're done with the installation of GitHub desktop, okay, let's try to look for it here already. Okay, we have here GitHub desktop. Okay, so it's already installed onto our computer or into our machine. Okay, let's try to open it up and let's try to connect to our repos online. By the way, I won't be installing, or I won't be cloning the repos, what since basically I still don't have XAMPP installed on this virtual machine. But I'll just be showing you that it's already connected online. So I'm going to sign in with GitHub. Now, after clicking sign into the GitHub, you will be redirected to GitHub login authentication. Okay, so you will be asked allow https colon github.com to open xgithub and so on. Okay, let's just try to put a check mark on this. Then we have here choose application. Okay, let's try to click choose application. Then choose an application. Okay, so let's say since this is the default, this is by default selected, so we'll try to click choose. Okay, or we don't need to click choose, by the way. Just try to select this one, then we can just click open link. Okay, so it's currently signing in. Okay, so choose a password for a new key ring. Just try to cancel this part. Okay, for your name, we'll try also to follow the one here. Okay. Okay, then that's my email address. Then let's try to click finish. Okay. I have to clone GitHub. Okay, let's try to sign in. Continue with browser. Okay, open link. Okay, put check mark and open link. Okay. There, continue. Okay, so we added our password. Then these are all of the repositories found online. Okay, so we can now clone all of these repositories into our local machine if you wanted to, or we can create a local repository and push it online. So that's how you would actually install GitHub for desktop or GitHub desktop into your local machine. So before I forget, I would like to thank everyone who already subscribed to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so by clicking the subscribe button and the bell notification button so that you will be notified every time a new content is uploaded.